Great athletes are not based or built on talent alone. They are forged through leadership, resilience, and a willingness and courage to push beyond the limits. Today we meet a man who has been living beyond the edge. First, as a U.S. Air Force fighter pilot pushing past 700 miles an hour, to now flying to serve others that have sacrificed for our freedom. As he has always said, freedom is not free. Let's go meet retired Colonel Ed Hamel, call sign Hamster. So Ed, obviously it's a long process to fly jets. At what point in your life did you know you wanted to fly, or you were born to fly, if you will?
I was fortunate. I was brought up in a family with aviation. My grandfather was a military pilot and a civilian corporate pilot. So I was exposed to aviation early, like sitting on his lap in a Cessna 310.
Nice.
It was really a blessing, because if you know what you want to do early, then it makes it a lot easier to follow that path.
Yes.
So I started at 16, got my private pilot's license shortly after 17, which is the earliest you can get your PPL.
Okay. And when you joined, were there any guarantees at that point? I mean, my understanding, there's never a guarantee you're going to fly an F-16 or
no.
A fighter jet.
There's in college and ROTC. There's a process where after your freshman and sophomore year, you apply for a pilot slot or a nav slot or a non-flying slot. I was fortunate to get a pilot slot, and then I knew that it would be a little bit of a wait to go to pilot training. So I went to be a logistics officer for a couple years at MacDill Air Force Base in Florida. Then fortunately, a couple years later, I jumped back in the training pipeline, and I got my F-16.
So you got to tell me, like, what was it like the first time you were cleared for takeoff and you pushed that throttle forward in an F-16?
Well, in the F-16, it was pretty awesome. But they give you so much training in the books. You only get a few sims. And I was fortunate to get nearly 80 hours in the back seat before I actually went to training and ever soloed. But the first time you go solo is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You kind of look around and you just feel like you're getting away with something.
Pinch yourself.
Yeah.
What does the Air Force teach you about dealing with fear, with stress, with the aspects of being an actual fighter pilot? Is there anything that they've taught you that you apply in your process, or is that just something that you've learned?
It's something I've learned in the Air Force. Yeah. It's training. It all comes down to training and practice. And oh Lord, I've practiced in this airplane like you wouldn't believe. And I think the key word in all of that are acronyms. Lots of acronyms.
Lots of acronyms.
Yeah. I think they do a good job of teaching you how to simplify and prioritize, because that's what being a pilot's all about, you know, because really what it comes down to in the biplane is the kids. That's the reason why I fly air shows. That's the reason why I flew competitions before I flew air shows. It's something that I've just fallen in love with and I love doing.
So Folds of Honor, obviously they're one of your sponsors, you fly for them. What does that mean to you? How does you play into Folds of Honor?
So that's what Folds of Honor does. They give scholarships to the families of fallen or disabled military and now first responders as well. Since 2007, which is the official first year, 73,000 scholarships, worth $340 million.
Wow.
Last year alone, they gave $52 million in scholarships, and they still had 7,700 unfilled applications, so the need is still great. And so that is really the Folds of Honor is the only reason why I'm back flying shows. And now we're in our 4th year with Folds of Honor as the title partner, if you will. And like you said, everything I do is to honor the families that have sacrificed for us.
So with all your flying, what is the greatest lesson the cockpit has taught you?
Especially this airplane. No, I first learned in the Air Force, but the cockpit's taught me that it might be one person in the airplane, but you can't do it alone. It takes a team. There's a lot of work that's gone into this.
Yeah.
So it's a huge responsibility to get your airshow certification and fly in front of people and to be smart about it. And at the end of the day, if you're here to talk about it,
right,
that's all that matters.
Retired Colonel Ed Hamel has flown missions for our country. And now he's flying for those families that are protecting our freedoms. That's what drives him. The question is, what drives you? I'm Steve Alkener, and this is Beyond the Edge.